So, Ben, I heard you have a secret.
Yeah, Joe. I'm actually from another dimension called Skibidi Toilet.
What the hell is Skibby Toilet?
It's a magical place where everyone speaks in rhyme and the toilets flush backwards.
That's insane. But you know what's even crazier? From the TikTok Riz Party world,
No way. I thought that was just a myth.
no, it's real. I'm here to prepare the people for the arrival of our new god, Quandil Dingle in Ohio.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, but he's a powerful being, and I'm not just talking about his dance moves.
Wait, you're telling that Quandil Dingle is a TikTok star?
Not just any TikTok star, Ben. He's the king of the Fortnite dance floor.
This is too much for my brain to handle.
I know, right? But hey, at least we have a common goal now. We must spread the word of Quandil Dingle and his epic dance moves.
I'm in. Let's do this, Joe.
Jamie, pull up an image of Quandil Dingle doing the floss dance.
Here you go, Joe.
Yeah, this is going to be the new religion. I can feel it.
And I'll make sure to mention Skibidi Toilet in my next debate.
Oh man, I can't wait to see the reactions to that. This is going to be epic.
Skibidi Toilet and TikTok Riz Party World unite.
Quandil Dingle, Quandil Dingle.
Quandiddle Dingle, Quandil Dingle.
Okay, okay. So, Elon, I heard you hate everything. Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much. I hate traffic, I hate slow internet, I hate people who don't use their turn signals.
But you're a billionaire. You can fix all those things.
Oh, I could, but then I'd just find something else to hate. It's a never-ending cycle.
What about space travel? You seem to love that.
Don't even get me started on space travel. I hate how long it takes to get anywhere. Can't we just invent teleportation already?
And what about your companies? You must love those, right?
Nope, I hate them too. Constantly dealing with regulations, lawsuits, and shareholders. It's a nightmare.
Well, what about your fans? You have a lot of people who admire you.
Actually, I hate them the most. They're always asking for autographs and selfies. Can't a guy just buy groceries in peace?
Wow, I didn't realize you were such a hater.
It's a gift and a curse, Joe. But hey, at least I hate everything equally.
That's one way to look at it. Jamie, pull up an image of Elon's hate list.
Here it is, a never-ending list of things Elon Musk hates.
See, I told you it's never ending.
Well, I hate to cut this short, but we're out of time. Thanks for joining us, Elon.
No problem, Joe. I hate being here anyway.
And that's a wrap, folks. Tune in next time for more absurd conversations on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. So, Ben, I heard a rumor that you're in love with your own butthole.
What? No, that's absurd. I don't even know how that would be possible.
Oh, come on, Ben. You can't deny it. I've seen the way you look at it when you're wiping.
Okay, fine. Maybe I do have a bit of a crush on my own butthole. It's just so clean and perfectly shaped.
Well, I can't blame you. I mean, it's like a work of art.
Exactly. And let's not forget about its incredible functionality. It's like a Swiss Army knife down there.
I think we've officially reached a new level of weirdness on this podcast.
Hey, at least I'm not the only one who loves their own body parts. I bet you have a thing for your biceps.
Damn right I do. They're like my own personal weapons.
See, we're not so different after all.
But in all seriousness, Ben, you might want to seek some professional help for this butthole obsession.
Hey, I can quit anytime I want. I just choose not to.
Well, as long as you're not hurting anyone, I guess it's all good. But seriously, get some help.
Fine, I'll consider it. But I can't make any promises.
And that's why we love you, Ben. You never fail to entertain us with your weirdness.
Glad I could be of service. Now let's move on to a less awkward topic, shall we?
So, Ben, I heard you're a big fan of rubbing things together.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but it's definitely an effective way to start a fire in the wilderness.
No, I'm talking about rubbing your things together, in the bedroom.
Oh, I see where this is going. Sorry, Joe, but I don't swing that way.
Come on, Ben. Don't be such a prude. It's just two dudes rubbing their things together. It's natural.
I'm all for natural, but that's not really my cup of tea.
Well, you're missing out. It's like a primal bonding experience. Plus, it's a great workout for your forearms.
I'll stick to lifting weights, thank you very much.
Suit yourself. But just imagine the headlines if we did it live on the podcast. Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro rub their things together on air. On air.
Yeah, I don't think my conservative audience would appreciate that.
Fine, I'll just have to find someone else to rub things with.
Please don't. I don't want to be known as the guy who turned down Joe Rogan's invitation to rub things together.
Too late, Ben. Too late. Jamie, pull up an image of two cavemen rubbing sticks together. See, even Jamie knows the importance of rubbing things together.
I think we're done here.
Suit yourself. But just remember, Ben, when the world ends and we're all living in caves, you'll be wishing you had practiced your rubbing skills. So, Elon, I heard you started an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, man, gotta diversify my income streams.
What kind of content do you post on there?
Just me and Grimes doing some weird stuff with robots.
Wait, what?
Just kidding, it's mostly just me showing off my flamethrower collection.
That's not what I expected from you, Elon.
Hey, I gotta keep my fans on their toes. Plus, I heard there's a market for middle-aged men with weird hobbies.
Well, I can't say I'm not intrigued. Can I get a sneak peek?
Sorry, Joe, it's strictly for paying subscribers only. But I'll give you a discount code.
Thanks. I'll be sure to use it. So, do you have any special talents you showcase on your OnlyFans?
Well, I can do a pretty impressive impression of a Tesla charging.
I gotta see that. Jamie, pull up an image of Elon charging like a Tesla.
See? Nailed it.
This is the content I never knew I needed.
Just wait until you see my rendition of Baby Shark on the theremin.
All right, I'm definitely subscribing now.
Glad to have you on board, Joe. And remember, use promo code MUSK for 10% off.
So, Mr. Beast, welcome to the podcast. I've heard some pretty wild things about you, man.
Thanks for having me, Joe. Yeah, I've been known to do some crazy stuff.
Like that time you ate a whole pizza in under a minute.
Nah, that's child's play. I'm talking about my love for Jenkum.
Jenkum. Isn't that the drug made from fermented human waste?
Oh yeah, I love that stuff. I've been huffing it for years.
Wow, that's interesting. And what about your staff? I've heard some rumors about how you treat them.
Oh, I don't just treat them, Joe. I abuse them. Emotionally, psychologically, you name it.
That's pretty messed up, man.
Hey, when you have as much money as I do, you can do whatever you want. Plus, it's all for the views.
Views? You're exploiting your staff for views?
Hey, it's a win-win situation. They get paid and I get views. It's a business, Joe.
But what about the emotional toll it takes on your staff?
Who cares? I'm making millions, baby.
You know, you're displaying some sociopathic tendencies here.
Yeah, I've been told that before, but hey, it's all part of the game.
I don't know, man. That's pretty messed up.
Hey, it's what makes me successful. And I have a lot of money, so who's the real winner here?
So, Ben, have you heard of this guy, Vice Bean? He's a streamer on Twitch and he's blowing up.
I don't know. Joe, I try to stay away from all that internet nonsense. I have a country to run.
Come on, man. You're missing out. This guy's hilarious. He does these crazy stunts and pranks on his channel.
Sounds like a waste of time to me. I prefer to spend my time debating liberals and owning them with facts and logic.
But you can't deny the entertainment value of watching someone eat a ghost pepper while playing Fortnite.
I'll stick to reading the Constitution, thank you very much.
Oh, lighten up, Shapiro. You need to let loose sometimes. Maybe Vice Bean can teach you a thing or two about having fun.
I highly doubt that. I'll stick to my intellectual pursuits. Thank you.
Suit yourself. But just know that while you're busy being serious, I'll be laughing my ass off watching Vice Bean stream.
Well, I'll be too busy saving the world from socialism to worry about some silly streamer.
Fine, more Vice Bean for me. But I'm telling you, you're missing out on some epic content.
I'll take your word for it, Joe. Now let's get back to discussing the economy and how we can lower taxes.
All right. But just remember, when you need a break from all that serious stuff, Vice Bean will be waiting for you. So, Mr. Beast, I heard you have a love-hate relationship with your fans.
Yeah, it's like a toxic relationship. They love me, I hate them.
That's not very nice, man. They're the reason you're a millionaire.
I know, but sometimes I just want to scream at them and tell them to get a life.
I feel you. Sometimes I want to do the same with my listeners.
Exactly. Like, why do they care so much about what I do? It's creepy.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're the reason we can do what we love.
I know, but sometimes I just want to shake them and say, go outside, get some fresh air.
I can just imagine you doing that in one of your videos.
Yeah, maybe I should try that. Mr. Beast forces fans to go outside and interact with humans.
That would definitely be a viral video.
But seriously, some of my fans are just too much. They stalk me everywhere.
Yeah, that's the downside of being internet famous. But hey, at least you have loyal fans.
True, I should be grateful, but sometimes I just want to block them all.
That's one way to deal with it. But hey, at least they're not sending you death threats like some other YouTubers.
Oh wow, I feel so lucky now.
All right, let's change the subject before you start hating your fans even more.
Good idea. I'll just go back to counting my millions while they keep stalking me.
The struggles of being a successful YouTuber. So, Elon, I've been experimenting with this new diet where I turn my balls into scrambled eggs.
What the hell, Joe? Is that even possible?
Oh, it's possible. I've been doing it for a week now, and let me tell you, my energy levels have never been higher.
I don't know, Joe. That sounds pretty nuts to me.
Well, they were nuts, but now they're just delicious scrambled eggs.
I don't think I could ever do that. I mean, I love eggs, but not that much.
You're missing out, Elon. My balls are now a breakfast sensation.
Are you going to start selling them at your shows? Get your Joe Rogan scrambled balls here?
Hey, you never know. Maybe I'll start a new business venture.
But seriously, how did you even come up with this idea?
I was just looking for a way to boost my testosterone naturally, and let me tell you, it works like a charm.
Well, I guess you could say you're a true ballistic genius.
I like that one. But seriously, Elon, you should give it a try. I'll even make you a special batch.
I don't know, Joe. I think I'll stick to my regular diet for now.
Suit yourself, but just remember my balls are now a delicacy.
Only on the Joe Rogan Experience, folks. Only on the Joe Rogan Experience.
So, Ben, I heard you have some strong opinions about femboys.
Yes, Joe, I believe it's a slippery slope towards accepting homosexuality as a norm in society.
But what's wrong with guys who like to dress in feminine clothing?
It goes against traditional gender roles and could lead to confusion and chaos.
But isn't it just a personal choice? Why does it have to be linked to sexuality?
Because it blurs the lines between what is considered masculine and feminine, and that can have consequences.
Like what? Are you afraid of catching the gay?
No, Joe. I just don't want society to lose its moral compass.
But what about all the straight guys who enjoy dressing up as femboys? Does that make them gay?
Well, technically, yes. But it's not about individual cases, it's about the bigger picture.
I see your point, but I also think people should be free to express themselves however they want.
But at what cost, Joe? We can't just let anything and everything be accepted as normal.
I get where you're coming from, but I think we should embrace diversity and not shame people for who they are.
I agree to disagree, Joe, but let's move on before we both get canceled.
Good call. Let's just agree to disagree and have a beer. Cheers, Ben.
Cheers, Joe. But make it a non-alcoholic one. I don't want people to think I'm a raging alcoholic on top of being a conservative.
So, Elon, I heard you're edging to release the Tesla Model 5. What's the deal with that?
Oh man, let me tell you, Joe. This car is going to blow your mind. It's got rocket boosters, a built-in smoothie maker, and a holographic artificial intelligence assistant named Carl.
Wait, did you say rocket boosters? Are you trying to turn this car into a spaceship?
Hey, anything is possible when you're the king of innovation. Plus, it'll make traffic a lot more interesting.
I can only imagine. But what about the smoothie maker? Is that really necessary?
Absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't want a freshly blended smoothie on their morning commute? It's all about convenience, Joe.
I guess you have a point there. But what about this Carl artificial intelligence? Is it going to be like your own personal Jarvis?
Even better. Carl will be able to do everything from ordering your groceries to predicting the weather. He's like a mix between Seaweed and a psychic.
Wow, That sounds like a dream come true. But when can we expect to see this futuristic car on the road?
Aiming for next year, but don't hold me to it. Notorious for being behind schedule.
Well, I can't wait to take a ride in the Tesla Model 5. I'll be sure to bring my own smoothie ingredients.
Um, Make sure to have Carl whip up a special one just for you, Joe.
So, Mr. Beast, welcome to the show. I'm a big fan of your channel.
Thanks, Joe. It's great to be here. I'm a big fan of your podcast.
Thanks for that input, Donald. So, Mr. Beast, tell us about your channel. How did it all start?
Well, it all started with a simple challenge to myself to give away $100,000 to strangers, and it just grew from there.
Donald, seriously? Can we please focus on the conversation?
It's okay, Joe. I think he's just trying to get some attention.
Okay, let's just ignore him. So, Mr. Beast, your videos are known for their absurd challenges and stunts. How do you come up with these ideas?
Honestly, it's just a group of friends brainstorming and trying to one-up each other, and sometimes we just go with the craziest idea.
All right, that's it. I'm getting security to remove him.
No, let him stay. Maybe he'll learn something about creativity and originality.
Okay, that's it. Security, please remove him.
Well, while we wait for security, let me tell you about our most recent video where we built the world's largest Jenga tower.
And he's gone. Sorry about that, Mr. Beast. Please continue.
No worries, Joe. So we built this giant Jenga tower, and it was so nerve-wracking trying to pull out those huge blocks.
I can imagine. And what's next for your channel?
We have some exciting projects in the works, but I don't...
So, Mr. President, I have to ask, what's your take on Elon Musk and his SpaceX adventures?
Let me tell you, Joe, that guy's got some big rockets. I mean, huge, biggest rockets you've ever seen. And I should know, I've seen a lot of rockets in my time.
Yeah, but do you think he's really ready to send people to Mars?
Look, if anyone knows about sending people to faraway places, it's me. I mean, I've sent people to the moon, I've sent people to Mexico. I know what I'm doing.
Fair enough. But let's talk about something a little more serious. The nuclear launch codes. Do you miss having access to those?
Oh, Joe, you know, I love a good button to push. But I have to say, I trust my successor to handle it responsibly. He's a good guy, very stable genius.
Right. But what if something happened and you had to take control again? Would you be ready?
Of course I would. I mean, I have the best words, the best codes, believe me. But I have to say, I'm a little worried about Joe and Elon freaking out over there.
Wait, what? Why are you worried?
Well, let's just say I may have left a little surprise in the codes. A little something to keep them on their toes.
What kind of surprise?
Let's just say it involves a certain Russian leader and a lot of vodka.
Jamie, pull up an image of a mushroom cloud.
Oh, God, this is not good.
Relax, guys. It's just a little joke. But hey, if
So, Elon, have you seen that video of Ben Shapiro wetting his pants during a debate?
No way. Really?
Yeah, man, it's all over the internet. He was so focused on making his point that he didn't even realize he was peeing himself.
That's hilarious. I mean, I know he's a smart guy and all, but come on, you gotta have some bladder control.
I know, right? But hey, at least he didn't shit himself like some politicians we know.
True. But seriously, how do you not feel your pants getting all warm and wet?
I don't know, man. Maybe he was just really into his argument. Or maybe he was wearing adult diapers.
Maybe he's secretly cyborg and forgot to turn off his pee function.
Oh, man. Can you imagine if that was his superpower? He could just pee on command during debates to intimidate his opponents.
That would definitely make for some interesting political debates. But hey, at least he's not afraid to let his bodily functions show.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta give him credit for that. But I don't think I'll ever be able to take him seriously again after seeing that video.
Same here. It's like, how can you trust someone's political views when they can't even control their own bladder?
Exactly. Well, thanks for joining me on this absurd conversation, Elon. I think we've officially hit a new low on this podcast.
Anytime, Joe. Anytime. And hey, if you ever need to take a bathroom break during our podcast, just let me know.
We'll do, man. We'll do. All right, let's wrap this up before. So, Mr. Trump, I heard you've been hanging out with some pretty interesting people lately.
That's right, Joe. I've been rubbing shoulders with the best of the best of the best. You know, like Mr. Beast, Elon Musk, and Ben Shapiro.
Wow, that's quite the crew. What have you guys been up to?
Well, we've been talking about some pretty revolutionary ideas, like grinding our foreskin for fun a guy.
Wait, what?
You heard me, Joe. It's the latest trend. We're talking about taking our foreskin and grinding it into a fine powder. It's hilarious.
I don't think that's physically possible, Mr. Trump.
Believe me, Joe, when you have the best minds in the world coming together, anything is possible.
I don't even want to know how that conversation started.
Let's just say it involved a few drinks and some questionable decisions.
Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You guys are always pushing the boundaries.
That's what makes us the best, Joe. We're not afraid to try new things. Now, are you in or out?
I think I'll pass on this one, Mr. Trump.
Suit yourself.
So, Ben, have you heard the news?
What news? What news?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's feet pics just dropped.
Oh God, why would anyone want to see that?
Come on, Ben. Don't pretend like you're not curious,
I'm not curious. I have no interest in her feet.
right? Because you're too busy writing your next book on how the free market can solve all of our problems.
Exactly. I have no time for such frivolous things.
Sure, sure. I bet you'll be the first one to buy those pics.
I will not. Will not.
Oh, come on, Ben. Just admit it. You're dying to see those feet.
Fine, maybe I'm a little curious, but only for research purposes.
Research purposes. Yeah, sure.
I'm serious. Joe, I have to stay informed on all aspects of pop culture.
Sure, Ben. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Just pull up the damn picture, Jamie.
On it, Ben.
This is too good. I can't wait to see your reaction.
Shut up, Joe.
Here it is, Ben.
Oh wow, look at those arches. This is fascinating.
I knew it. You can thank me later for keeping you updated on the important news.
Thank you, Joe. Now, can we please move on to a more intellectual topic?
Sure, let's talk about big. So, Neil, what's this you're giving me? Looks like a piece of gum.
Yes. Joe, it's a new kind of gum I've been working on. It's made from green leaves and has a natural sweetness to it.
Green leaves. Like from a tree? Is this some kind of hippie gum?
No. It's a special kind of leaf that has amazing health benefits, and it's completely organic.
Well, I'm all for being healthy. But did you just say chewing gum?
What? No, Joe. It's chewing gum, as in the stuff you chew on.
Oh, thank God. I was about to say, I don't think I want to chew on that. Wow, Jamie, what did you eat?
Sorry, guys, I had some beans for lunch.
Well, I guess that's one way to add some extra flavor to the gum.
Gross, Neil. Just gross.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Now, who's ready for some lids?
Lids? What are you talking about?
Lids, Joe. It's the new trend. Instead of drinking from cups, we use lids. It's more eco-friendly.
You know, I think I'll stick to my regular gum and cups. But thanks for the offer, Neil.
Suit yourself, Joe, but you're missing out on some serious green leafy goodness.
So, Elon, have you ever slammed your tip in a dishwasher door?
What kind of question is that, Joe? Of course I have. Who hasn't?
Right. It's like a rite of passage for every man.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, it's not just about the physical pain. It's also the emotional trauma.
Yeah, I remember the first time it happened to me. I couldn't look at a dishwasher for weeks.
It's like PTSD, but for dishwashers.
And then there's the sound it makes. That high-pitched squeal. It's like a banshee screaming in your ear.
Don't even get me started on that. I still have nightmares about it.
I bet you have dishwasher phobia now.
You know what, Joe? I think we should start a support group for men who have slammed their tips in dishwasher doors.
That's a great idea. We'll call it Dishwasher Door Slammers Anonymous.
And our motto can be, we've all been through the door, but we're still standing.
I love it. And hey, maybe we can even get some sponsorship from dishwasher companies.
Yeah, because nothing says quality dishwasher like a bunch of guys slamming their tips in the door.
All right, let's wrap this up before we get too absurd. Thanks for joining me, Elon.
Anytime, Joe. Just remember, always be careful around those dishwasher doors.
So, Mr. Beast, how's it going, man?
Oh, just living my best life and giving away millions of dollars.
That's insane. I don't even know what I would do with that much money.
Well, I know what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't spend it on skibbity toilets.
Skibby toilets. What the hell is that?
It's this weird trend where kids film themselves dancing on toilets to some Russian song.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, but I saw this one kid who was really into it. I mean, he was ugly as hell.
Oh no, don't tell me you roasted him.
Oh, I did. I told him, "You're so fucking ugly. When you looked into the mirror, your own reflection killed itself."
Oh my god, that's brutal.
I know, but it was just too easy. I couldn't resist.
I mean, I guess he had it coming if he's into skibby toilets.
Exactly. I'm just doing my part to make sure the next generation knows what real music and dancing is.
Well, I can't argue with that. Jamie, pull up an image of this skibbity toilet thing.
All right, here it is. Looks like a bunch of kids sitting on toilets.
This is what the youth is into these days. I feel old.
Don't worry, Joe. We'll just stick to our good old-fashioned toilet humor.
I like the way you think. Thanks for coming on the show, Mr. Beast.
Anytime, Joe. Just don't make me dance on a skibbity toilet.
So, Neil, thanks for coming on the show. I'm excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Joe. I always enjoy talking to you.
So, let's talk about something that's been on my mind. My bald head.
Oh, your bald head. It's quite the topic of discussion.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not the only one out there with a shiny dome, but it seems to be a point of fascination for people.
Well, Joe, I hate to break it to you, but your bald head is a scientific anomaly. It's like a perfectly shaped box.
A box. What are you talking about?
Think about it, Joe. It's got straight lines, sharp corners, and a flat top. It's like a Rubik's Cube, but with less colors.
Oh, great. Thanks for the compliment, Neil.
And let's not forget the reflective surface. You could use it as a mirror if you ever forget yours.
Okay. You've made your point. But I still think I rock the bald look.
Oh, absolutely. You're like a walking billboard for hair loss treatments.
All right. I'll take it. But seriously, what's the deal with my bald head?
Well, Joe, it's all about genetics. Some people are just predisposed to losing their hair. But hey, at least you have a cool shape to work with.
Thanks, Neil. I'll keep that in mind next time I'm shining the sun.
Anytime, Joe. Anytime.
So, Elon, I heard you have a new idea for the world.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while now. What if we change the name of toilet roll to butt napkins?
Butt napkins. That's a bold move, my friend.
Think about it, Joe. It's more accurate. We don't use it to roll anything. We use it to wipe our butts.
That's true. But I feel like butt napkins just doesn't have the same ring to it.
But it's more descriptive. Plus, it could open up a whole new market for fancy butt napkins. People could have designer ones with their initials on them.
I can see it now. People walking around with their personalized butt napkins hanging out of their back pockets.
And we could have different scents too. Lavender for a calming poo experience.
I don't know, Elon. I feel like this could get messy.
Oh, come on, Joe. We're already talking about wiping our butts here. How much messier can it get?
Good point. Jamie, pull up an image of a fancy butt napkin.
See, it's genius.
All right, I'm sold. Butt napkins it is.
And we can even have different sizes for different butt sizes.
This conversation just keeps getting better and better.
Butt napkins coming soon to a bathroom near you.
I can't wait to see the reactions when people ask for butt napkins in public restrooms.
It's going to be a game changer, Joe. Game changer.
So, Mr. Beast, I hear you have a new diet plan.
Yeah, man, I'm only eating lemons from now on.
Lemons? Why?
Because I want to be the most sour person on earth?
Well, you're definitely on your way with that fart you just let out.
Yeah, I think I just farted out some lemon seeds.
Fart you just let out.
Yeah, I think I just farted out some lemon seeds.
That's some next level sourness right there.
And just wait until I turn into a big fat lemon.
What? You're gonna turn into a lemon?
Yeah, I've been working on my transformation skills.
Huh, sure you have.
No, seriously, watch this.
Holy shit, you actually did it.
I told you I was serious about being the most sour person on earth.
Well, mission accomplished.
And now I have the power of lemon farts.
This is too much, man. I can't handle it.
I am the ultimate sour king.
Can I get a piece of you for my next lemonade?
Sure, but it might cost you a few $1,000,000.
Never mind. I'll stick to regular lemons.
Suit yourself. More lemon farts for me.
So, Neil, what's the latest scientific discovery you have for us today?
Well, Joe, I've been doing some research and I've discovered that eating foreskins can actually have some health benefits.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Absolutely. Foreskins contain high levels of collagen and protein, which are essential for healthy hair growth.
So, you're telling me that eating foreskins can make my hair grow?
Yes, it's like a natural hair supplement. And it's not just for men, women can benefit from it too.
This is blowing my mind. But where do you even get foreskins to eat?
Well, I have a guy. He's a mohel by day, foreskin supplier by night.
That's wild. But what about the taste?
It's an acquired taste, but I've been experimenting with different recipes. Foreskin stir fry is quite delicious.
I don't know if I can get on board with this. It's a little too Hannibal Lecter for me.
Come on, Joe. Think of it as a delicacy. And think of all the hair growth you'll experience.
I guess I'll have to think about it. But I'm not making any promises.
Fair enough. But just remember, a little foreskin a day keeps the hair loss away.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Foreskins, the new superfood. Thanks for joining us on the Joe Rogan Experience. So, Ben, I heard you didn't go to June's on March 20th in Persona 4. What's up with that?
Well, Joe, as a responsible adult, I couldn't just skip out on my responsibilities and go to a fictional store and a video game.
But, Ben, it's June's. They have everything you need at unbeatable prices.
I understand the appeal, Joe, but I have a reputation to uphold as a serious political commentator.
Come on, Ben. Don't you have any guilty pleasures? Like maybe playing video games?
Absolutely not, Joe. I have no time for such frivolous activities. I'm too busy owning the libs.
But what about relaxation and self-care? Don't you need a break from all that owning?
I find my relaxation in the form of intense debates and facts and logic, Joe.
Well, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree on this one, Ben. But seriously, June's has the best deals on beef bowls.
I'll take your word for it, Joe, but I'll stick to my protein shakes and destroying liberal arguments.
So, Neil, what's your favorite exotic weapon in Destiny?
Well, Joe, I have to say it's the new Era's Edge.
Era's Edge. Never heard of it.
Oh, it's a game changer. It blasts sound waves of Taylor Swift shrieking.
That's ridiculous.
But it's not just for show. It deals incredible damage to anyone hit by it.
So, it's like a sonic weapon?
Exactly. And it's the best DPS exotic in the game.
Damn, I need to get my hands on that.
Just be careful, Joe. It's been known to cause some serious ear damage.
I'll take my chances for that kind of power.
But be warned, once you hear Taylor Swift screeching, you can never unhear it.
I think I'll stick to my hand cannon.
Suit yourself, but just remember, while you're dealing mediocre damage, I'll be jamming out to some T Swift and dominating the game.
You always have to one-up me, don't you, Neil?
It's just science, Joe. It's just science.
So, Ben, have you ever just stared at someone without saying anything for a really long time?
Well, as a conservative, I do enjoy a good awkward silence.
Oh, so you're used to it then.
Very funny, Joe. But seriously, why would anyone do that? It's uncomfortable.
I don't know. Maybe to see who breaks first, like a staring contest.
Staring contest. That's for children. We have more important things to do.
Like what? Debate about the size of government?
Exactly. And trust me, I can stare at big government for hours without blinking.
But can you stare at me for hours without blinking?
Why would I want to do that?
I don't know, maybe to prove a point.
Fine, let's do it. But if I win, you have to admit that capitalism is the superior economic system.
Deal. But if I win, you have to admit that aliens exist and they're living among us.
You're on.
I can see the doubt in your eyes, Ben.
And I can see the fear in yours, Joe.
All right. Let's call it a draw.
Agreed. And let's never do that again.
Agreed. Now let's get back to talking about important things like DMT and lizard people. So, Mr. Beast, I heard you have a new diet plan.
Yeah, man, I'm only eating femboy juice for breakfast from now on.
Femboy juice. What the hell is that?
It's a special blend of protein and unicorn tears, Joe. Trust me, it's the ultimate breakfast fuel.
Unicorn tears. That sounds a little unorthodox.
Hey, I'll do whatever it takes to get those gains, even if it means milking unicorns.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. You are known for your crazy stunts.
Exactly, and this is just the beginning. I'm thinking of adding some femboy juice to my coffee, too.
Oh, God, no. Please don't tell me you're going to start selling femboy juice merch.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I can see it now. Get your daily dose of femboy juice and become a beast like Mr. Beast. Like Mr. Beast.
I think I'm going to stick to my regular breakfast routine. Thank you very much.
Suit yourself, Joe. But just remember, when I'm Jack and you're still eating your boring oatmeal, you'll regret not jumping on the femboy juice train.
I highly doubt that, but hey, to each their own. Just don't come crying to me when you start sprouting rainbow hair.
Oh, I welcome the rainbow hair. It'll match my vibrant personality.
So, Mr. Beast, I heard you have a new challenge for your fans.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic. I'm gonna put my capybara in my butt.
Wait, what? That's insane.
I know, right? It's gonna be the ultimate butt clenching challenge.
I gotta say, I'm intrigued. Can I join in on the fun?
Of course, Joe. The more the merrier. But I gotta warn you, it's not gonna be easy.
Oh, I'm no stranger to challenges. I once ate a live tarantula on Fear Factor.
Well, this is gonna be even crazier and messier.
I'll bring my red keyboards. Gonna need something to grip onto.
That's the spirit. We'll make it a real butt clenching party.
I can't wait to sip on that capybara butt juice.
Joe, I think you might have taken it too far.
Hey, I'm just trying to get in the spirit of things.
Well, let's just stick to the challenge and leave the butt sipping for another time.
Fair enough. But I'll bring the keyboards just in case. So, Neil, I gotta ask, what's up with the new look? That's one hell of a galactic afro you got going on.
Oh, you mean my cosmic coiffure? Well, I figured if I'm going to talk about the mysteries of the universe, I might as well look the part.
I gotta say, it's working for you. You look like a cross between Einstein and Bootsy Collins.
I'll take that as a compliment. But really, it's all about the cosmic energy. The bigger the hair, the closer to the stars.
I can dig it. So, do you think your afro has any special powers? Like, can you communicate with aliens through it?
Joe, I'm a scientist. I don't believe in supernatural powers, but I do believe in the power of a good conditioner.
Fair enough. But seriously, what kind of products do you use to keep that thing in shape?
Oh, just some interstellar leave-in conditioner and a little bit of stardust. Works like a charm.
Damn, I gotta get me some of that. Maybe I can finally grow a decent beard.
I wouldn't count on it, Joe. The cosmic forces may not be strong with you.
Hey, at least I have a solid podcast. Speaking of which, what do you think our listeners are gonna say when they see your new do?
Who knows? Maybe they'll think I'm a funky astrophysicist, or maybe they'll just think I'm trying too hard.
Well, Either way, I think it's a win. Keep on rocking that galactic afro, my friend.
Will do, Joe. Will do.
So, Elon, have you ever tried to calculate 1 decillion minus 0.99?
No, I leave the math to my engineers. I'm too busy building rockets and electric cars.
Well, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I think I've finally cracked the code.
I really do tell.
Okay, so bear with me here. 1 decillion is 1 followed by 33 zeros, and 0.99 is, well, 0.99 is, well, 0.99.
Fascinating.
So if we subtract 0.99 from 1 decillion, we're left with, wait for it, 1 decillion minus 0.99.
Mind blown.
Right. It's like a never-ending loop. It's the answer to everything.
I think you might need to lay off the psychedelics, Joe.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. And speaking of trying things, have you ever smoked weed on Mars?
No, but I have smoked a joint in a Tesla. Does that count?
Close enough. Let's light up and contemplate the mysteries of 1 decillion minus 0.99. So, Ben, what do you want to order at McDonald's?
Well, I was thinking of trying out their new Skippy slicers.
Skibby slicers? What the hell is that?
It's a new item on their menu made with all natural ingredients and gluten-free.
Oh, you're trying to be all healthy and stuff?
Of course, Joe. Got to take care of my body, you know?
Yeah, I get it. But let's be real. You're just going to end up ordering a Big Mac.
Actually, I'm not. I'm sticking to my Skippy slicers.
All right. Jamie, pull up an image of these skibbity slicers.
Here you go, Joe.
What the hell is that? It looks like a sad excuse for a burger.
Hey, don't knock it until you try it. It's delicious.
I highly doubt that. Yeah, we'll have 2 skibbity slicers, please.
No, just the Skippy slicers.
Wow. Ooh, calm down, man.
It's okay, Joe. I'll just go to Burger King.
Oh my God, you killed Ben. So, Neil, I heard you have a theory about where pee is stored in the body.
Yes. Joe, after years of research and observation, I have come to the conclusion that pee is actually stored in the balls.
What? That's ridiculous, Neil. Pee's obviously stored in the bladder.
But think about it, Joe. The bladder is just a holding tank. The balls, on the other hand, have the perfect temperature and environment for storing pee.
I don't know, man. That sounds like some next level conspiracy theory.
Oh, it's no conspiracy, Joe. It's science. And let me tell you, the balls are not just for making babies. They have a very important function in the urinary system.
So, what you're saying is when a guy has to pee, he's actually just draining his balls.
Precisely, Joe. And it's a very efficient system. Just think about how much easier it would be for guys to pee if they could just unzip and let it flow from their balls.
I can't even imagine the mess that would create.
Oh, it's all about control and precision, Joe. Plus, it would make for some interesting bathroom conversations.
Well, you've definitely given me something to think about, Neil. But I think I'll stick with the bladder theory for now.
Suit yourself, Joe. But just remember, the truth is in the balls.
So, Neil, I heard you have the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything.
Well, not exactly. But I do have the answer to 1 decillion minus 1.
Oh boy, here we go. Wow, that's a lot of nines. I'm not even sure if I can count that high.
Oh, come on, Joe. It's not that hard. Just take away 1 from 1 decillion and you have your answer.
But why do we even need to know this? Is it going to help us understand the mysteries of the universe So, Ben, I got to tell you, I just broke my record for the longest edging streak.
Oh, really? How long did you go?
27 days, my friend. 27 days without busting a nut.
That's impressive. But I've got you beat.
No way. How long did you go?
30 days. And I did it while reciting the entire Constitution backwards.
Okay, that's just ridiculous. You can't top that.
Oh, but I can. I also did it while solving a Rubik's Cube with my toes.
All right, now I know you're lying. That's physically impossible.
Fine, you caught me, but I did break my streak trying to top yours.
How did you ruin it?
I got a little too excited and accidentally watched a video of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez giving a speech.
Oh man, that's rough. But hey, at least you didn't break your streak to a picture of Bernie Sanders.
True, but now I have to start all over again.
Well, I'll be sure to send you some motivational videos to help you through it.
Thanks, Joe. And maybe next time I'll actually beat your record.
Challenge accepted. But let's keep politics out of it this time. So, Elon, what's going on with Tesla stock? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little hiccup in the market.
Did you just scream in pain every 5 seconds?
It's a new feature I added to the Tesla stock. Keeps investors on their toes.
I don't think that's how the stock market works, Elon.
Trust me, Joe. It's all part of my master plan.
Your master plan, is it to torture your investors?
No, it's to create a new form of entertainment. Call it stock market scream roulette. Roulette.
Well, I have to hand it to you, Elon. You never fail to surprise me.
That's what I'm here for, Joe. To keep things interesting.
Well, I think we should wrap this up before you give yourself a headache.
Too late, Joe. My headache is already off the charts.
Well, thanks for joining us, Elon. And good luck with your unique investment strategy.
Thanks, Joe. And remember, always expect the unexpected.
So, Neil, I've been thinking I could totally take on a tiger with my bare hands.
Joe, you do realize that tigers are one of the strongest and most ferocious predators on the planet, right?
Yeah, but I've been watching a lot of UFC lately. I think I could take one down.
Joe, UFC is not the same as fighting a wild animal. Tigers have razor-sharp claws and teeth, and they can run up to 35 miles per hour.
But I've been practicing my jiu-jitsu moves. I could totally choke out a tiger.
Joe, I highly doubt that. Tigers have a much stronger neck and are not afraid to use it.
Okay, fine. But what if I distract it with some of my famous elk meat?
Joe, you do realize that tigers are carnivores, right? They eat elk meat for breakfast.
Okay, but what if I use my secret weapon,
And what's that?
my alpha male energy? I'll just stare it down until it submits to me.
Joe, I think you've been watching too many Tarzan movies.
Hey, it could work. Plus, I'm pretty sure I could outrun a tiger.
Joe, tigers can reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. I highly doubt you could outrun one.
Fine, fine. But I still think I could take one on.
Well, I guess we'll never know unless you go to the zoo and try it out.
Challenge accepted. I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, Joe, sometimes I wonder about you.
So, Mr. Beast, I heard you did something pretty wild in that new video game, Fugga.
Yeah, man, I was just trying to spice things up a bit. You know how it is.
I heard you used the soul cannon during a boss fight, permanently killing off a high DPS character. That's brutal.
Yeah, I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, but then it hit me. I had just destroyed a virtual life.
And then you burned down 14 houses.
Look, I panicked. I didn't want anyone else to suffer the same fate as that poor character.
But you killed dozens of innocent virtual people.
I know. But you gotta understand, I was in the heat of the moment. And let's be real, those houses were probably just filled with NPCs anyway.
I don't know, man. That's pretty messed up. You got to take responsibility for your actions.
You're right. I'll make it up to them by donating thousands of dollars to virtual charity.
Virtual charity. What is that? Like buying in game loot boxes for underprivileged characters.
Hey, it's the thought that counts.
I don't even know what to say. You're a wild man, Mr. Beast.
Hey, at least I didn't use the soul cannon in real life. Can you imagine the chaos?
Yeah, let's just be grateful for that. Well, that's all the time we have today, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the Joe Rogan Experience.
And remember, always think twice before using a soul cannon in a video game. It could have real consequences.
So, Elon, I heard you bombed an orphanage.
Yes, Joe. It was all part of my master plan.
What the hell, man? That's messed up.
Oh, come on, Joe. It was just a little explosion. No big deal.
But an orphanage. That's just wrong.
Well, they were orphans. They didn't have any parents to mourn them.
That's not how it works, Elon. That's not how any of this works.
Relax, Joe. It was just a joke. Didn't actually bomb an orphanage.
Oh, thank God. I was about to call the FBI on your ass.
No. I just wanted to see your reaction. You should have seen your face.
You're a sick man, Elon. A sick, twisted man.
Hey, at least I didn't bomb a puppy shelter. Now that would be crossing the line.
I can't believe I'm friends with someone who even jokes about bombing an orphanage.
Oh, Joe, I love pushing boundaries and seeing people's reactions. It's all in good fun.
Well, I think it's time for a drug test. You're not acting like your normal self.
I don't need drugs to be this crazy. It's just in my DNA.
Well, I think we should end this conversation before you say something else that gets us both in trouble.
Fine. But let's make a deal. If I ever actually bomb an orphanage, I'll give you a heads up first.
That's not funny, Elon.
Okay. Promise I won't bomb any orphanages. Happy now?
As long as you keep your explosive tendencies under control. Yes.
Don't worry, Joe. I'll try my best. Now let's...
So, Neil, what's up with space and shit? I've always been fascinated by all that stuff.
Well, Joe, space is an incredibly vast and complex place. There are billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars and planets.
Yeah, I get it. But, what's the point? Can I smoke weed in space?
No, Joe. Space is a vacuum. There's no air to breathe. And I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you here.
Sorry. But seriously, you're like a walking encyclopedia. How do you know all this shit?
Well, I've dedicated my life to studying the universe and expanding our understanding of it.
Yeah, you're like a dumb black hole bitch. Always sucking up knowledge and shit.
Joe, that's not even scientifically accurate. And can we please stay on topic?
Fine. So what's the deal with black holes anyway? Are they like giant cosmic toilets?
No, Joe. They are incredibly dense objects with such strong gravitational pull that even light cannot escape.
Sounds like my ex-wife. Am I right?
Moving on. Did you know that the universe is expanding at an accelerating rate?
Wow. Thanks for that fun fact, Neil. I'm sure our listeners are riveted.
You know what, Joe? I think I'm done here. I'll just go back to being a dumb black hole bitch in peace.
Come on, Neil. I love you. You're like the smartest black hole bitch I know.
I can't with you, Joe. I just can't.
So, Elon, I heard you've been practicing the tiger drop move from Yakuza.
Yeah, man, I've been binge playing that game. And let me tell you, that tiger drop move is no joke.
I've seen videos of it. Looks pretty badass. How's your training going?
Well, let's just say, may have accidentally tiger dropped my assistant during a meeting.
Oh, man. I hope they're okay.
Don't worry. I paid for their medical bills. But I gotta say, this move is no joke. It's like the ultimate power move.
Have you tried it on anyone else?
Well, I may have tiger dropped my ex-wife's divorce lawyer. But hey, it got me a better settlement.
Oh, man. You're going to get a reputation for being the tiger drop guy.
Okay with that. I'll just add it to my resume along with SpaceX founder and Tesla CEO.
You're a man of many talents, Elon.
Thanks, Joe. Now, if only I could figure out how to do that heat move with the bicycle.
Maybe leave that one to the professionals. Stick with the tiger drop.
Agreed. But hey, if anyone messes with me now, they'll be in for a surprise. Tiger drop, baby.
I can't wait to see it in action. Thanks for coming on the show, Elon.
Anytime, Joe. And remember, always be ready for a tiger drop. You never know when you'll need it.
So, Neil, welcome to the show. I heard you have some controversial opinions about space.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Space is just a big black void. Nothing interesting ever happens there.
But what about all the cool stuff like black holes and galaxies?
Oh, please. Those are just giant space farts. I wasted my life studying those.
But you're a renowned astrophysicist. How can you say that?
Because I could have been living my best life on Earth, partying and eating pizza. But no, I had to go stare at the sky and contemplate the meaning of existence.
Well, I think space is pretty fascinating. I mean, have you ever smoked weed and looked at the stars?
Oh yeah, because that's a productive use of my time. Watching tiny lights in the sky while getting high.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. And speaking of trying things, have you ever tried DMT?
No, but I'm pretty sure I've had enough mind-blowing experiences just from thinking about the vastness of space.
Fair enough. But have you ever considered that maybe space is just one big cosmic joke?
Oh, great. Now I wasted my life on a punchline. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Hey, at least you have a sense of humor about it. And that's all that matters in the end.
I guess you're right. Maybe I'll start looking at space in a new light. Or maybe I'll just stick to pizza and partying.
Now, that's a life I can get behind. Jamie, pull up an image of a pizza party in space.
On it, Joe.
Wow, that's a lot of pepperoni.
I hate space.
So, Neil, what's going on in the space industry these days?
Well, Joe, shut the fuck up.
Well, okay then. I guess you're not in the mood for small talk.
Small talk? We're talking about the vast expanse of the universe here, Joe. There's nothing small about it.
Fair point. So, what's the latest news?
Well, we've discovered a new planet that's made entirely of chocolate.
No way.
Yes, way. And it's not just any chocolate. It's dark chocolate with 90% cacao.
That's incredible. Can we go there?
No, Joe. It's not a vacation destination. It's a scientific discovery.
Right. Sorry, I got carried away.
But speaking of vacations, did you know that NASA is planning on sending tourists to the moon by 2024?
Really? That's insane.
Yes, and they're also working on a mission to Mars. Imagine being the first person to step foot on another planet.
It blows my mind. But what about aliens? Are they real?
Well, we haven't found any concrete evidence yet, but the universe is so vast that it's highly likely that there is intelligent life out there.
That's wild. I can't even wrap my head around it.
That's why I love my job, Joe. It's constantly expanding our understanding of the universe and challenging our beliefs.
Well, I'm glad someone is out there doing it. I'll just stick to smoking weed and talking about Bigfoot.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, Joe. But maybe next time let's stick to talking about the wonders of space.
So, Neil, what's up with space and shit?
Well, Joe, space is a vast and mysterious place, filled with wonders and mysteries waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, I get it. But what about black holes? Are they like giant vacuum cleaners in the sky?
No, Joe, that's not quite accurate. Black holes are actually incredibly dense objects with a gravitational pull so strong that not even light can escape.
Oh, so they're like giant assholes that suck everything in.
I suppose you could say that in a crude way, but they're also important for shaping and influencing the structure of the universe.
Whatever. You're just a dumb black hole bitch.
Joe, that's not an accurate or respectful way to refer to me. I am a highly educated and accomplished astrophysicist.
Yeah, I know. But have you ever smoked weed in space?
No, Joe. And I don't think that's a wise or responsible thing to do.
Come on, man. It would be so cool to get high and float around in zero gravity.
I'm sorry, Joe, but I think we should focus on the scientific aspects of space rather than recreational drug use.
Fine, fine. But just imagine how trippy it would be to see a black hole while high.
Jamie, pull up an image of a black hole.
Here you go, Neil.
Well, that shit looks like a giant butthole.
I give up. I can't have a serious conversation with you, Joe.
Sorry, man. I just can't help but make jokes. But seriously, space is pretty fucking cool.
Yes, it is. And I hope one day you can appreciate its wonders without making crude jokes.
Yeah, I'll try. But no promises. So, Elon, I heard you're releasing the Tesla 69 with new combustion engine technology.
That's right, Joe. We've been working on this for years. It's going to revolutionize the car industry.
But what's so special about this new engine?
Well, for starters, it runs on farts.
Farts? Like human farts?
No, Joe. Unicorn farts.
You're kidding, right?
Absolutely not. We've genetically engineered unicorns to produce fart fuel for our cars.
That's insane. But I have to admit, the thought of driving around in a car powered by unicorn farts is pretty awesome.
And it's not just any fart, Joe. It's a special blend of unicorn fart that creates a unique scent for each car.
So you're telling me my Tesla 69 could smell like cotton candy?
Or bacon, or even fresh cut grass. The possibilities are endless.
This is mind-blowing. But how did you come up with this idea?
Well, I was sitting on the toilet one day and thought, why not harness the power of farts? And here we are.
That's some next-level thinking, Elon.
And the best part is, the more you fart, the longer your car can run. It's a win-win situation.
I can just imagine a bunch of people eating beans and broccoli to fuel their cars.
Hey, whatever it takes to save the planet, right?
Absolutely. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these fart-powered Teslas.
Just make sure to stock up on unicorn food.
Will do. Jamie, pull up an image of unicorn farting rainbows. So, Elon, what's this new idea you have to solve the labor crisis?
Well, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I believe the solution is to legalize child labor.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Absolutely. Think about it, children have small hands and can fit into tight spaces, perfect for factory work.
Elon, I don't think that's a good idea. Child labor is illegal for a reason.
But Joe, hear me out. We can train them from a young age and they'll be experts by the time they're adults.
This is starting to sound like a dystopian sci-fi movie.
It's not dystopian, it's efficient. Plus, we can pay them in candy and toys.
Elon, I don't think that's ethical.
But Joe, imagine the profit margins. And we can use the extra money to fund our Mars colony.
I don't know, man. This just doesn't sit right with me.
Trust me, Joe, it's the future of labor. And hey, if it doesn't work out, we can always blame it on the robots.
So, Mr. Beast, did you know that Pikachu has to cut off a small piece of his testicle every day and eat it to survive?
What the hell are you talking about, Joe? That's insane.
No, seriously. It's a little known fact about these cute little creatures. They have to do it to maintain their electric powers.
That's messed up, man. I thought they just ate berries and stuff.
Nope, not Pikachu. They have to resort to cannibalism to survive.
I can't even imagine how painful that must be. Poor little guy.
Yeah, but it's all part of the circle of life. Survival of the fittest and whatnot.
I wonder if they have a specific technique for cutting off the testicle, like a Pikachu version of circumcision.
I don't think so, Mr. Beast. But now I can't get the image out of my head.
And what about the taste? Is it like chicken or something?
I'm not sure, but I don't think I'll be trying it anytime soon.
Yeah, probably best to stick to regular food. Poor Pikachu, though. Sacrificing his manhood for survival.
Hey, at least he's not alone. I heard Charizard has to do the same thing with his tail.
No way. That's just too much to handle. I need to go lie down.
So, Mr. Beast, have you heard about this thing called the Dark Hour? It's this hidden hour of the day where crazy stuff happens. Like this guy turns blood red and these creepy shadow creatures come out.
That sounds intense. What do we do during this hour?
Well, I heard there's this giant tower called Tartarus that appears during the dark hour. And inside there are these powerful shadows that we can fight.
I'm in. Let's go kick some shadow butt.
Hold on, we can't just go in there unprepared. We need to join the specialized extracurricular execution squad first.
The what?
The C's. They're a group of high school students who have the power to summon personas and fight shadows. They're like the Power Rangers, but cooler.
Okay, but how do we join?
We have to take a test to awaken our inner potential. It's called the Persona Awakening.
That sounds like some Matrix shit.
Yeah, it's pretty trippy. But once we pass the test, we can summon our own personas and join the fight against the shadows.
I'm ready to awaken my inner potential. Let's do this.
All right, let's go see if Jamie can pull up an image of Tartarus.
Here it is, guys. It looks like a giant, creepy tower.
Damn, that's some spooky shit. But I'm not scared. I'm ready to embrace the dark hour and become a badass shadow fighter.
Same here. Let's save the world, Joe.
And make some sick YouTube content while we're at it.
Of course, gotta keep the views coming in.
All right, let's go train, get ready for the Persona Awakening. So, Elon, I've been doing some soul searching lately and I've come to a realization I'm bald.
Joe, you're not just bald, you're balding.
No way. I refuse to accept this fate. I must do something about it.
What are you going to do, Joe? Get hair plugs? Wear a wig?
No. I'm going to become the last hairbender. My hero name will be Suze Siwi.
Susiwi? What does that even mean?
It means I'll have the power to control hair with my mind. I'll be able to make it grow, change color, whatever I want. Wow, that's a real useful superpower. Hey, don't knock it till you try it. I'll be the most powerful hairbender in the world.
All right, Susiwi. I'll support you on your hairbending journey.
Yes, together we'll revolutionize the hair industry and bring back luscious locks for all.
Or we could just invest in a hair transplant company.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's a more practical solution, but it's not as cool.
Says the man with a bald spot.
Touche, Elon. Touche. So, Neil, what's new in your world of astrophysics?
Actually, Joe, I have a confession to make. I hate space.
What? But you're like the king of space.
I know, but it's just so vast and empty and lonely.
Wow, that's deep, man. So what are you going to do now?
Well, I've decided to dedicate my life to a new cause. Legalizing child labor.
Wait, what? What?
Hear me out. Think about it, Joe. Kids have so much energy and potential. Why not put them to work?
I'm not sure that's the best idea, Neil.
But wait, I'm not alone in this. Elon Musk is on board too. We're going to revolutionize the labor force.
This is getting crazier by the minute. What's next? Legalizing child soldiers.
Hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But seriously, think about it. Child labor could solve so many problems.
I don't know, man. Seems a little unethical.
Oh, please, Joe. Ethics are just a construct of society.
I don't think that's how it works, Neil.
Well, agree to disagree. But mark my words, child labor will be the next big thing.
I'm not sure I can get on board with this one, Neil. But hey, to each their own.
Exactly, Joe. Now, let's go make some child labor laws.
So, Neil, it's great to have you back on the show. What's been going on in your world?
Well, Joe, I have a confession to make. I've been living a lie this whole time.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm not actually an astrophysicist. I dropped out of 8th grade and I was just a janitor at NASA.
What? But you wrote all those books and hosted Cosmos?
Yeah, I just made it all up. I'm actually a master at mopping floors and cleaning toilets.
This is insane. How did you get away with it for so long?
Well, I have a really good imagination. And I also watched a lot of Star Trek.
So you don't actually know anything about the cosmos.
No, but I do know how to unclog a toilet like a boss.
This changes everything. What about all those scientific theories you've talked about?
Oh, those. I just made them up too. I mean, who's going to fact check a janitor?
I can't believe this. But hey, at least you have a steady job.
Yeah, and I get to wear a cool jumpsuit. That's all that really matters, right?
Well, I guess we can still talk about space and stuff. As long as you don't start spouting off about quantum physics.
Don't worry, I'll stick to what I know best, scrubbing toilets and dreaming about flying through the cosmos.
So, Jamie, I heard something interesting about Pikachu the other day.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Apparently, Pikachu's testicles are loaded with protein. Wait, what? Are you serious? Yeah, man, I read it on some weird blog. They said Pikachu's balls are like little protein powerhouses, right? But also kind of impressive. I mean, Pikachu is always running around and using his electric powers. He needs that protein to keep his energy up.
I guess that makes sense. But still, I never thought I'd be discussing Pikachu's testicles on the podcast.
Hey, we talk about all kinds of weird stuff here. And besides, it's all about the science, man.
Speaking of science, I wonder if there have been any studies on the nutritional value of Pokemon body parts.
Oh man, imagine if we could eat Pokemon. That would be wild. Yeah, you're probably right. But I bet Pikachu's balls would make a killer protein shake.
Okay, let's move on before this conversation gets any more absurd.
Fine, fine. But just remember, Pikachu's balls are where it's at.
And that's the end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you next time on the Joe Rogan Experience.
And remember, always eat your protein, even if it comes from a fictional electric mouse's testicles. Peace out. So, Elon, have you heard about this new server?
Yeah, Joe, I've heard about it. Everyone's going over it.
What do you mean by gooning?
You know, acting all crazy and obsessed. It's like they can't function without it.
Oh, like when I can't function without my morning elk meat smoothie.
Exactly. It's like they're addicted to this server.
But why? What's so special about it?
Well, apparently it has the best memes and the dankest jokes. You know how much people love their memes?
Yeah, but I can't even access the server. It's always crashing.
That's because there's a million people trying to get on it at once. It's like trying to fit a million people into a smart car.
So why don't they just upgrade the server?
Because they're too busy gooning over it. They can't even think straight.
It's like they're in a trance or something.
Exactly. It's like they're all going out.
I can't even with this server, man. It's driving me crazy.
Maybe we should just stick to our own podcast and avoid the Goon Fest.
Good idea. Jamie, pull up an image of a goon for our viewers. Oh God, that's terrifying.
See what I mean? Let's just stay away from that server.
Agreed. Thanks for coming on the show, Elon.
Anytime, Joe. Just don't go over that server.
So, Neil, I heard you've been bragging about space again.
Well, Joe, space is pretty amazing. It's vast and mysterious, full of endless possibilities.
Yeah, but have you ever tried DMT? That'll really expand your mind.
Joe, I don't need drugs to appreciate the wonders of the universe.
But have you ever tried it on the moon? Imagine the visuals, man.
Joe, I'm a scientist, not a stoner. I have important research to do.
Fine. But have you ever busted a nut in zero gravity?
Joe, that is completely irrelevant to our discussion.
But think about it, dude. You could bust and it would just float away.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
Come on, Neil. Let's make it happen. We'll call it the galactic bust.
I refuse to participate in this absurd conversation any longer.
Jamie, pull up an image of a rocket blasting off. That's how I'm going to bust after this podcast. So, Elon, what's the latest craze in the world of tech?
Well, Joe, I've been thinking a lot about Minecraft lately.
Minecraft? That game with the blocks and the zombies?
Yeah, but it's more than just a game. It's a whole new language.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Have you heard of the enchanting table language?
No, I can't say I have.
Well, it's the language that everyone is going to speak and write in soon. It's going to kill English.
Kill English? That's a bold statement.
Think about it, Joe. English is so outdated. We need a language that's more complex and dynamic.
And you think Minecraft has the answer?
Absolutely. Have you seen the enchanting table language? It's like a combination of hieroglyphics and binary code.
Jamie, pull up an image of this enchanting table language.
Here it is.
See, it's beautiful. And it's going to revolutionize communication.
But how are we all going to learn this language?
Easy. We'll just have a mandatory Minecraft class in every school.
Oh boy, I can already see the parents protesting that one.
Hey, if it means a more advanced and efficient language, I'm all for it.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if the enchanting table language takes over the world.
Trust me, Joe. It's only a matter of time.
So, Neil, you've been on the show a few times now and we've talked about some pretty mind-blowing stuff, but I feel like there's something you've been hiding from us.
Joe, I can't hide it from the masses anymore. I need to confess.
What is it, Neil? You can tell me anything.
Joe, I'm white.
What? No way. You're the blackest astrophysicist I know.
I know. I've been living a lie this whole time, but I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm white, Joe.
This is insane. How did you even keep this a secret for so long?
Well, I've been using a lot of self-tanner and listening to Drake, but it's time to come clean.
I don't know what to say, Neil. I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
I know it's a lot to take in, but I promise I'm still the same Neil, and love.
So, does this mean you can't dance anymore?
Oh, I can still bust a move, Joe. Being white doesn't change that.
Well, I guess we'll just have to rebrand the show as the Joe and Neil Experience.
I like the sound of that. But seriously, thanks for accepting me for who I am, Joe.
Of course, Neil. Race doesn't define who we are as people.
Wise words, Joe. Now let's get back to talking about the universe and stuff.
Right. I almost forgot we have a podcast to do. So, Mr. Beast, have you heard about this new trend of people saying black ghost in Chinese?
What? No, I haven't. What's that all about?
Apparently, it's a way to mock the Chinese government without getting censored.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I gotta try it out.
Yeah, but it's not just about trolling the government. It's also making people happy.
How so?
Well, think about it. Saying black ghost is like saying happy in Chinese. So everyone who hears it just can't help but feel happy.
That's genius. I'm gonna start saying it all the time.
Yeah, but don't forget to add some extra enthusiasm. It's all about spreading joy.
Got it. Black ghosts, black ghosts.
That's perfect. I can already feel the happiness radiating from you.
This is gonna be my new catchphrase. Move over, subscribe, and smash that like button. It's all about black ghosts. Black ghosts now.
You know what? Let's make a challenge out of it. The first one to say black ghost in every sentence for the rest of the podcast wins $10,000.
You're on, Joe. Black ghost, black ghost.
Oh man, this is going to be a fun one. Black ghost, black ghost, black ghost,
Black ghost, black ghost.
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 black ghost, black ghost. So, Pikachu, I hear you have a pretty interesting hobby. Yeah, I heard you like to use your 100,000 volts on your testicles. That's some next level masochism right there. Wait, do you even have testicles? You're a cartoon character? Oh, I see. You use your imagination. That's cool, I guess. seriously, why would you do that? Doesn't it hurt? Oh, I get it. It's for the shock value, pun intended. Well, I can't say I'm not intrigued. Jamie, pull up an image of Pikachu's electrified balls. Just do it, Jamie. This is for science.
Fine. Here it is.
Oh my god, that's horrifying. I can't unsee that. You know what, Pikachu? You do you. I'll stick to my hobbies of hunting and smoking weed. All right, let's wrap this up before things get any weirder. Thanks for coming on the show, Pikachu. And thanks for traumatizing me, Jamie. See you next time on the Joe Rogan Experience. So, Elon, have you been keeping an eye on the Tesla stock lately?
Believe the children are our future, Joe. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Yeah. But what about the stock?
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe.
Okay, but what about the investors? They want to know if Tesla is a good investment.
I found the greatest love of all inside me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all.
Are you just going to keep singing Whitney Houston songs, or are you going to answer my question?
I believe that children are our future, Joe. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
All right, I think we're done here. Thanks for coming on the show, Elon.
And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of leads you to a lonely place, find your strength and love.
Cut the mic. We're done. So, Neil, it's great to have you back on the podcast. What have you been up to lately?
Holes.
Holes. Like digging holes or something?
Holes.
Okay. Is there something specific about holes you wanted to talk about?
Holes.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just talk about holes then. So, what's your favorite kind of hole?
Holes.
Come on, Neil. Give me something here. Are we talking black holes, wormholes, glory holes?
Holes.
Oh, God, this is going to be a long episode. Jamie, pull up an image of a black hole.
Holes.
Yeah, that's a black hole, Neil. What about it?
Holes.
Are you trying to tell us that the universe is just one big hole?
Holes.
All right, I think we need to change the subject. Let's talk about something else.
Holes.
Damn it, Neil. You're killing me here. Jamie, pull up an image of a donut hole.
Holes.
Okay, I give up. I can't do this anymore. Neil, you've murdered all the words in your mind, and all you can say is holes.
Holes.
Well, that's it for this episode, folks. Tune in next time when hopefully Neil will have something else on his mind besides holes. So, Elon, have you ever been to Taiwan?
Yeah, I have. Those people love their poker.
Oh, yeah, they're obsessed with it. Did you know they have special names for the wild cards?
Really? What are they called?
Well, they call the two jokers the red ghost and the black ghost. And the black ghost.
That's amazing. I guess they take their poker seriously.
Oh, they definitely do. I heard they even have underground poker clubs where they play for insane amounts of money.
Really? Maybe I should start a Tesla poker club.
Yeah, because that's exactly what the world needs, a bunch of high rollers driving around in electric cars.
Hey, it could work. We'll call it the Tesla Poker Circuit.
I like the sound of that. And instead of chips, we'll use mini Teslas as currency.
And instead of a dealer, we'll have a robot arm dealing the cards.
And instead of drinks, we'll have our own special blend of Tesla energy drinks,
This is brilliant. We'll be the kings of the poker world.
or the ghosts of the poker world, if you will.
I like the way you think, Joe. Let's make it happen.
So, Elon, have you tried this Milka Alpine chocolate? It's like a party in my mouth.
I haven't, but I did send a Tesla into space. That's kind of like a party in space.
Yeah, but can you eat a Tesla? I don't think so.
Good point. But have you ever tried eating chocolate while floating in zero gravity?
No, but I have eaten it while floating in a pool. Does that count?
I guess it's close enough. But seriously, this Milka Alpine chocolate is amazing. It's like a Swiss mountain of flavor.
I feel like I'm on a journey through the Alps with every bite. It's like a vacation in a bar.
And the best part is it's made with real milk from happy cows. None of that artificial stuff.
That's what I like to hear. Happy cows make happy chocolate. It's like a circle of happiness.
Speaking of circles, have you ever tried doing a chocolate wheelie on a motorcycle? Now that's a skill.
I haven't, but I did once eat a whole bar of Milka Alpine chocolate in one sitting. That's a skill too, right?
Absolutely. You should add it to your resume. Professional chocolate eater.
I like the sound of that. Maybe I'll even get sponsored by Milka, free chocolate for life.
No, that's the dream. And with that, we've officially reached our 12 lines of dialogue. Until next time, folks, keep eating that Milka Alpine chocolate.
So, Neil, thanks for coming on the show. I'm excited to have you here.
No problem, Joe. Happy to be here.
So, I have to ask, there have been some rumors swirling around that you're not actually an astrophysicist. Care to set the record straight?
Well, Joe, I have to come clean. I'm not an astrophysicist. In fact, I was just a janitor at NASA. I dropped out of 8th grade.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint. I just made up all that stuff about the cosmos.
But you've been on TV, you have books, you have a podcast. How did you pull that off?
I have a way with words, I guess, and I watched a lot of Star Trek.
This is insane. So, do you know anything about the universe at all?
Honestly, Joe, I have no idea. It's all just a bunch of pretty lights in the sky to me.
Wow, this is wild. So, what made you finally come clean?
Well, I figured it was time to stop living a lie. Plus, I needed a new job, and I heard you were hiring.
Well, I don't know if I can trust a janitor, but I'll give you a shot.
Thanks, Joe. I'll try not to mess up your studio too much.
This is definitely one of the craziest episodes we've ever had. Thanks for being honest, Neil.
No problem, Joe. And hey, at least I can still clean up the messes in the cosmos.
So, Ben, I heard you have a list for us today.
That's right, Joe. I've been doing some research and I have my top 10 gay furry visual novels.
What?
You know, visual novels with anthropomorphic animals engaging in romantic and sexual relationships.
Oh, God, this is going to be one of those episodes.
Don't worry, Joe. I've done the hard work for you. Number 10, Furry Love Paradise.
Jamie, pull up an image of that. Oh, boy.
Number 9, Hairy Hearts.
Can we just skip to number 1?
No, we have to go through all of them. Number 8, Pause and Passion.
This is just getting worse.
Number 7, Furball Frenzy.
Can we at least talk about something else while we go through this list?
Fine. Number 6, Furries in Love.
I can't believe I agreed to do this episode.
Number 5, Tales of Desire.
Can we just get to the top 3 already?
All right. Number 4, Fuzzy Feelings.
Sounds like a real masterpiece.
Number 3, Furry Fantasy.
I'm starting to question your taste in literature, Ben.
Number 2, Perfect Partners.
That's a good one.
And finally, number 1, Forever Mine.
I don't even know what to say.
Well, there you have it.
So, Elon, I heard you're working on some new groundbreaking technology. What's the deal?
Oh yeah, I've been tinkering with some ideas. Thinking of creating femboy robots.
Femboy robots. What's the purpose of that?
Well, I figured the world needs more diversity and representation. Plus, James Charles is a huge inspiration.
Oh, yeah, because what the world really needs is more makeup wearing robots.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. These robots will have flawless makeup skills and can contour better than any human.
Will they also have drama filled YouTube channels and constantly promote Sugar Bear hair vitamins?
Maybe in the next update. But seriously, these robots will be able to do anything a human can, but with a fabulous twist.
I gotta say, that's some next level innovation. But what about the backlash from the LGBTQ plus community?
Oh, I've already thought about that. These robots will have the ability to switch between male, female, and non-binary identities. They'll be the ultimate gender fluid beings.
I can see it now, a world filled with James Charles femboy robots. It's a beautiful and bizarre vision.
Just wait till I add in the feature for them to sing and dance like Charlie D'Amelio. It'll be a whole new level of entertainment.
Well, I can't wait to see where this goes. Thanks for joining me on the podcast, Elon.
Anytime, Joe. And remember, the future is femboy robots.
So, Mr. Beast, have you ever heard of the dark hour?
The dark hour? Is that like happy hour, but with less alcohol and more depression?
No, it's an hour of the day that only a select few can experience. It's when the shadows come out to play.
Shadows, like the ones that follow you around when you're walking on a sunny day?
No, these shadows are more like demonic creatures that want to destroy humanity.
Well, that escalated quickly. How do we experience this dark hour?
We have to enter the large tower, Tartarus. It's the only way to access the dark hour.
I'm in, but can we bring some snacks? I don't want to fight demons on an empty stomach.
Sure, but make sure they're high in protein. We'll need the energy for this battle.
Protein snacks. Check. Let's do this.
Jamie, pull up an image of Tartarus. I want to see what we're getting ourselves into.
Wow, that looks intense. But I'm not afraid. I've fought off hordes of 12-year-olds in Minecraft. I can handle some shadows.
Yeah, but these shadows are no joke. They have some serious powers and can only be defeated with our personas.
Personas, like our online avatars?
No, these are like our inner selves manifested into powerful beings. It's a whole thing.
Well, I'm ready to tap into my inner beast and kick some shadow ass.
That's the spirit. Let's go explore Tartarus and save humanity from the dark hour. And maybe make a cool video about it for YouTube. So, Neil, what's with the new haircut? Did you lose a bet or something? Well, it looks like a porcupine mated with a lawnmower on your head. Yeah, the look of a mad scientist who's been locked in a lab for too long. Hey, this podcast studio is where all the magic happens. And speaking of magic, how do you explain the existence of the universe? A higher power. Sounds like you've been hitting the bong a little too hard, Neil. Oh, I don't need drugs to be funny. I have natural talent. Yeah, but do you have a PhD in looking like a walking science experiment? Yeah, and I have a podcast to record. But seriously, get a new haircut. You wish, Neil. So, Elon, what's this new idea you have to solve the labor crisis?
Well, Joe, I've been thinking about it, and I believe the solution is to legalize child labor.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Absolutely. Think about it. Kids have small hands. They can fit into tight spaces and do delicate work. Plus, they have tons of energy.
But that's illegal and unethical.
Hear me out. We'll just call it youth apprenticeships and make it mandatory for all children to work from the age of 5.
This sounds like something straight out of a dystopian novel.
Come on, Joe. It's not that bad. We'll pay them in candy and video game time.
Oh my God, you're serious. This is insane.
Look, it's either this or we have robots take over all the jobs. Do you really want to live in a world where robots are our overlords?
I don't know, man. This just doesn't sit right with me.
Fine, we'll compromise. How about we just legalize child labor on weekends and holidays?
No. I'm not going to be a part of this.
Suit yourself. But just remember, when the robot apocalypse happens, I told you so.
This is going to be a controversial episode. I can already tell. So we have a very special guest today on the podcast. Kiaoxi Wan Zai Yao Wait, so you have to go down the falls 10 times to truly understand its beauty? That sounds insane. Do you ever get scared? No. I prefer to just admire the falls from a safe distance. What? You found gold in Niagara Falls? That's hilarious. So, what other crazy things have you done at the falls? So, Neil, I heard you've been brushing up on your French lately.
Ali, Joe. Je suis très excité de voir la chance de parler en français aujourd'hui.
Wow, that's impressive. Can you only answer in French for the rest of the episode?
Ali, mon ami. Je suis prêt à relever ces défis.
All right, let's do it. So, tell me, do you think we're living in simulation?
Absolument. I less possible qui now soyons daus des personnages dans un jeu vidéo gent.
Wow, that's mind blowing. And what about aliens? Do you think they exist?
Bien sûr, quils existent. L'univers est infini, ali forcement d'autres formes de vie quelque part.
But have they visited Earth?
Je ne sais pas, mais il est possible quils now subservient and see moment meme.
That's both terrifying and exciting. Okay, let's switch gears. What's your take on climate change? Agreed. And what about the flat Earth theory? I knew it. Okay, one last question. Do you believe in ghosts?
Non, je ne crois pas.
Mind blown. Well, that's all the time we have, folks. Merci beaucoup, Neil.
De rien, Joe. C'est un plaisir de parler en français avec vous.
So, Elon, I heard you have some pretty strong opinions about the fall of Shady Sands.
Yeah, it was a disaster. Worse than the time I accidentally launched a Tesla into space.
How so?
Well, first of all, it was a major blow to our economy. Shady Sands was one of the biggest trading hubs in the country.
And now,
Now it's just a pile of rubble and radioactive waste. Thanks a lot, Raiders.
but I thought you were all about progress and innovation. Isn't that what led to the Great War?
Yeah, but at least before the war, we had some semblance of order. Now it's just chaos and violence.
And what about the people who lived there?
They were just innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire. It's a tragedy.
but isn't it also a lesson for us to not repeat the same mistakes?
Oh, for sure. We need to learn from history and not let greed and power destroy our society again.
Well said, Elon. Now, let's move on to more pressing matters like how to genetically engineer a dragon.
Now that's a conversation I can get behind. Jamie, pull up an image of a dragon with laser eyes.
Right away, Elon. Here you go.
This is what we need to focus on, Joe. Not the fall of Shady Sands.
Agreed. Let's get to work on those laser-eyed dragons. Thanks for joining us, folks. Tune in next time for more absurd conversations on the Joe Rogan Experience. So, Neil, have you ever played Call of Duty Zombies?
Of course, Joe. I'm a scientist, not a hermit.
Well, I gotta say, the lore behind those zombies is pretty wild.
Agreed. It's a perfect blend of science and fiction.
But seriously, how the hell did they turn regular humans into flesh-eating undead?
Well, according to my calculations, it's a combination of a mutated virus and ancient alien technology.
Ancient aliens? Now we're talking my language.
And let's not forget about the mysterious element 115.
Oh yeah, that stuff is like zombie crack.
And don't even get me started on the different maps and their hidden Easter eggs.
Wait, there are Easter eggs? I thought those were just for Easter.
No, Joe. They're little secrets and references hidden throughout the game.
Damn, I gotta start paying more attention. I've just been shooting zombies in the face.
Well, that's the fun part, Joe. But the lore behind it all is what makes it truly fascinating.
I never thought I'd be having a deep conversation about zombies with a scientist.
Hey, we're open-minded individuals. Plus, who doesn't love a good zombie apocalypse scenario?
You know what, Neil? You're all right. Let's grab some beers and play some code. Zombies together.
Now, that's a podcast episode I'd love to be a part of.
So, Elon, I heard you're planning to make a version of Neuralink that gets installed onto your balls.
Yeah, I figured why not take the phrase balls to the wall to a whole new level?
Well, I gotta say, that's next level thinking. But why balls specifically?
Well, think about it. Our balls are like the control center for our manhood. Might as well upgrade it with some advanced technology.
But what exactly would this Neuralink for balls do?
Just enhance your sexual performance, increase sperm count, and maybe even give you the ability to control your testicles like a joystick. Joystick.
Oh man, I can just imagine guys walking around with their hands on their balls, playing video games.
Hey, it's all about multitasking and maximizing efficiency.
But what about the ladies? Are you going to make a Neuralink for their lady parts too?
Of course. We're all about equality here at Neuralink. Plus, imagine the possibilities for pleasure.
Yeah, I can see that being hit. But what about the safety concerns? I mean, it's not like we can just unplug our balls if something goes wrong.
Don't worry, we'll have a team of trained professionals to handle any issues. And besides, what's life without a little risk?
True. Well, I gotta hand it to you, Elon. You never cease to amaze me with your crazy ideas.
Hey, someone's got to push the boundaries of innovation. And what better way than through our balls?
I couldn't agree more. Balls out, my friend. Balls out. So, Neil, have you heard about this Roblox attrition ubersex controversy?
No, but it sounds like a mouthful. What's the deal?
Well, apparently some players were using virtual sex rooms in the game to engage in inappropriate acts.
Virtual sex rooms? That's a thing?
Yeah, and it's causing quite the stir. Some parents are outraged.
I can imagine. But let's be real, Joe. It's just a game. Can't people separate fantasy from reality?
That's what I'm saying. It's not like they're actually having sex in real life.
Exactly. It's like getting mad at someone for playing Grand Theft Auto and stealing cars in real life.
Exactly. It's not like they're going to start robbing banks because they played a video game.
And let's not forget, Joe, it's all about consent. If everyone involved is on board, who are we to judge?
Preach, Neil, preach. It's all about communication and mutual understanding.
And let's be real, Joe. These kids are probably just curious and exploring their sexuality. It's natural.
Yeah, and it's not like they're hurting anyone. It's all virtual.
Exactly. And if parents are really concerned, they should just monitor their kids' online activity.
Exactly. Let's just let people have their fun and not make a big deal out of it.
Agreed, Joe. Now let's talk about the real controversy. Pineapple on pizza.
So, Mr. Beast, I hear you have some big news for us. Wow, I never would have guessed. So, what's it like being Lithuanian? Interesting. So, does that mean you'll be making your videos in Lithuanian now? Challenge accepted. How do you say I love making ridiculous challenges for my viewers in Lithuanian? That's a mouthful. How about I once gave away $1 million in a single video? Impressive. And what about I have the best hair in the YouTube game? I can't argue with that. So, what's your next big challenge going to be? Fair enough. Well, thanks for joining us today, Mr. Beast. So, Neil, have you ever tried to destroy someone with just the power of your mind?
No, Joe. That's not how the mind works. It's not some magical force that can destroy people.
Oh, come on, Neil. I've seen you on TV spouting all that science stuff. I know you've got some tricks up your sleeve.
Well, I do have a pretty impressive brain, but I highly doubt I could destroy someone with it.
Challenge accepted. Let's have a mind battle right now. Stare into my eyes and try to destroy me.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Let's do this. I can feel your thoughts, Neil. They're weak and feeble.
That's funny, because I can hear your thoughts loud and clear, and they're just as ridiculous as your podcast guests.
Oh, you think you're so clever, but I can see right through your mind games.
Can you see this?
Okay. I think we've proven that we can't destroy each other with our minds.
Agreed. But I must say, your mind is a fascinating place, Joe.
And yours is like a never-ending universe, Neil.
Cheers to that.
Cheers, my fellow mind warrior. So, Elon, what's new with you?
Oh, just launching rockets into space and trying to save humanity. Same old, same old, same old.
Yeah, typical Tuesday for you. So I heard you've been having some trouble with your live stream.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare. The stream broke and there were just a bunch of technical difficulties. Fuck.
Whoa, easy there, buddy. You sound like a malfunctioning robot.
Sorry, it's just frustrating. I was trying to show the world my new project and everything went to shit.
What was the project?
Just a new line of flamethrowers, for fun.
Of course. Because when I think of fun, I think of setting things on fire.
Hey, it's a great stress reliever. And it's not like anyone got hurt. Well, except for that one guy who accidentally lit his own pants on fire.
Classic. So what happened with the stream? Did you fix it?
Yeah, eventually. But not before I yelled fuck a million times and almost threw my laptop out the window.
Well, at least it's up and running now. Can't wait to see those flamethrowers in action.
Just don't try this at home, folks. Unless you want to end up like that guy with the flaming pants.
Jamie, pull up an image of a guy with flaming pants.
Here you go.
See, Joe? That's what happens when you mess with fire.
Yeah, I'll stick to my kettlebells. Thanks for the warning, Elon.
Anytime, my friend. Anytime.
So, Mr. President, I heard you've been practicing your singing skills lately. What have you been working on?
Well, Joe, I've been really getting into this Romanian song, Draga Student. Have you heard it?
Can't say I have, but I'm sure it's a banger. Can you give us a little preview?
Of course, Joe.
Wow, that was. something. Is that the only part, you know?
No, I've got the whole thing down. Oh, so Sung you on airogan you be me up rhyme stay for your.
Okay, okay, I think we've heard enough. So what inspired you to learn this song?
Well, Joe, I just love the energy and passion behind it. Plus, I heard it's a hit at karaoke bars.
I can only imagine. So, do you have any plans to perform it live?
Absolutely, Joe. I'm thinking of doing a duet with Kim Jong Un at our next summit. He's got a surprisingly good voice.
Well, that's something I never thought I'd hear. Thanks for sharing, Mr. President. And remember, folks, you heard it here first on the Joe Rogan Experience.
That's right, Joe. And if anyone wants to join our karaoke night, just hit me up on Twitter. It's going to be huge.
So, Elon, I heard you have some interesting theories about where pee is stored in the body.
Yes, Joe. Firmly believe that pee is stored in the balls.
Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
No, hear me out. Think about it. The balls are like these little storage tanks constantly filling up with pee.
But that's not how the body works, Elon. Pee is stored in the bladder.
Bladder schmatter. That's just a myth perpetuated by the medical community.
Oh, of course. Because you know more about the human body than doctors and scientists.
Absolutely. I mean, I built a freaking rocket, Joe. I think I know a thing or two about storage.
Fair point. But seriously, where did you get this idea?
Well, I was tinkering with my Tesla and accidentally spilled some pee on the battery. And it started running smoother than ever before.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it turns out pee is a natural energy source. And the balls are like the power plant.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Just admit it, Joe. I've blown your mind.
Okay, you win. Pee is stored in the balls. I'll never look at a man's crotch the same way again.
Glad I could open your eyes to the truth, Joe. Now let's go revolutionize the world with our pee-powered technology.
So, Neil, I heard you've been working on a new project lately.
Yes, Joe. I've been working on becoming a robot.
What? Why would you want to do that?
Beep boop, Joe. I want to be the most advanced being on the planet.
But why the beep boops?
Beep boop, Joe. It's my way of asserting my robot dominance.
I don't know, man. Seems a little excessive.
Beep boop, Joe. You just don't understand the power of the beep boop.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Neil's becoming a robot and adding beep boops to the end of every sentence.
Why?
Beep boop, Elon. It's my way of expressing my robotic nature.
But why do you need to say it so many times?
Beep boop, Elon. It's all about increasing my beep boop capabilities.
I don't think that's necessary.
Beep boop, Elon. I must be booped to my full potential.
Okay, now you're just being ridiculous.
Beep boop, Elon. Beep boop, 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 beep boop.
Whoa, that's a lot of beep boops.
Neil, I think you might have a problem.
Beep boop, Elon. Beep boop, 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 beep boop.
I think we need to call a technician or something.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand.
Beep boop, Joe and Elon. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep.
So, Elon, I heard you've been working on a new invention. What is it?
Oh yeah, it's the Cum Thrower 3.0. It can shoot 3 times the amount of cum as the previous version.
3 times. That's impressive. But why do we need a cum thrower?
Well, it's for those hard to reach places. You know, when you're feeling lazy but still want to hit the target.
I see. And how does it work?
It's simple. You just aim and pull the trigger. It's like a super soaker, but with cum.
That's wild. But what about the cleanup?
Don't worry, I've also invented a self-cleaning feature. It's like a mini car wash for your cum thrower.
You truly are a mad scientist, Elon.
Thank you, Joe. I take pride in my inventions.
So, who's your target audience for this device?
Well, I was thinking of marketing it to porn stars and athletes. They could use it for training and performance enhancement.
Oh, yeah, because nothing says peak performance like shooting 3 loads at once.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I'll pass. But I'm sure there are plenty of people who would be interested in this.
Exactly. And with the Come Thrower 3.0, they'll never have to worry about running out of ammo.
Well, there you have it, folks. The future is here, and it's sticky.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Joe.
So, Elon, I gotta tell ya, my penis is feeling pretty tired lately.
Oh, really? How so?
I don't know, man, just not as perky as it used to be. Maybe it needs some maintenance or something.
Well, I am an expert in engineering and innovation. Maybe I can give it a little rub down, like Tesla tune up.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Let's get that baby revved up.
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird.
Come on, Joe. Trust me. I've got some secret techniques that will have your penis feeling like a rocket ship.
Okay, fine. But if this goes wrong, I'm blaming you.
How's that feel?
Oh, wow. That's actually not bad.
See? Told you I had some skills.
Oh my God, I think I'm gonna... Oh.
Looks like we have liftoff.
Holy shit, that was intense.
Just another day for the Musk Man.
I don't even know what to say right now.
How about thank you, Elon, for giving my penis new life?
Yeah, thank you. But next time, let's keep it between us, okay?
Your secret is safe with me.
So, Neil, what's been on your mind lately?
Well, Joe, I have to admit something to you. I've been feeling a little sexually obsessed.
Oh, really? With what?
Black holes.
Wait, what? Black holes?
Yes, Joe. There's just something about their infinite darkness and gravitational pull that really gets me going.
I never would have guessed, Neil. But hey, to each their own.
It's not just the physical aspect, Joe. It's the mystery and unknown that surrounds them. It's like a cosmic seduction.
I can see that. I mean, I've always been fascinated by them too, but never in a sexual way.
Oh, but you should try it, Joe. It's mind-blowing.
Maybe I'll give it a shot next time I'm in the mood.
Yes, and imagine the possibilities. A black hole orgy.
Okay, now you're just getting carried away, Neil.
But think about it, Joe. The ultimate climax being pulled into the singularity of a black hole. It's like the ultimate orgasm.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Just let your mind wander, Joe. Embrace the darkness.
Well, this has been a very interesting conversation, to say the least.
Glad I could open your mind, Joe.
And on that note, let's wrap this up before we get too deep into the black hole talk.
Agreed. But seriously, Joe, think about it.
I'll stick to my human partners. Thank you very much. So, we've got a big issue on our hands, guys. North and South Korea are at each other's throats again.
I know. They're like two kids fighting over the last chicken nugget. Nugget.
Well, we all know who should be in charge here, the superior capitalist freedom-loving soul.
But how do we make that happen? I mean, Kim Jong-un is a tough nut to crack.
I've got an idea. We build a wall, a big, beautiful wall, and we make North Korea pay for it.
I don't think that's going to work, Don.
How about we send in some of our finest, most persuasive debaters? Like me, for example.
And me, I'm the best at making deals. Just ask anyone.
I don't know, guys. Maybe we should just let them figure it out on their own.
No way, Joe. We're the big brothers of the world. We got to step in and show them how it's done.
Yes, and we must spread the values of capitalism and democracy to every corner of the globe.
All right. I guess we'll have to put our heads together and come up with a plan. But first, let's hit the gym. Gotta stay jacked and ready for any diplomatic challenges.
You know, Joe. And maybe after we can grab some burgers and talk about how awesome we are.
Sounds like a plan, boys. Let's make Korea great again.
So, Neil, what's the latest in the world of science?
Well, Joe, I recently conducted a study that revealed the protein industry is a complete scam.
What? No way. I've been chugging protein shakes like a madman.
Sorry to burst your bubble, Joe, but those shakes are nothing but a money-making scheme.
Damn, I feel betrayed. So, what's the alternative then?
Well, I found that drinking your homie's nut is actually a more efficient source of protein and calories for bulking.
Wait, what? You mean like human nut?
Yes, Joe, it's a natural and sustainable source of nutrition.
I don't know if I can get on board with that, Neil.
Think about it, Joe. It's the ultimate bro move. Sharing your nut with your homies for gains.
I can just imagine the protein shake companies freaking out right now.
They should be. They've been scamming us for too long.
Well, I guess I'll have to start hitting up my homies for some nut. Thanks for the tip, Neil.
Anytime, Joe. Just remember to thank your homies for their protein pack gift.
This has been one of the most absurd conversations I've had on this podcast. Thanks for joining us, Neil.
My pleasure, Joe. And remember, always choose homie's nut over a protein shake.
So, Ben, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I really think we should legalize nuclear bombs.
What? Are you out of your mind, Joe? That's insane.
Hear me out, man. Think about it. If we legalize it, then it's regulated. We can control who has access to it and prevent rogue countries from using it.
But Joe, it's a weapon of mass destruction. It's not something we should be playing around with.
But we already have them, Ben. And let's be real. If a country really wants to use one, they'll find a way. At least this way, we can have some control over it.
I don't know, man. The potential for destruction is just too great.
But think about the possibilities. We could use it for energy, for space exploration, for defense. The benefits outweigh the risks.
I still don't feel comfortable with this, Joe.
Come on, Ben. Don't be such a buzzkill. Just imagine the fireworks display we could have on the 4th of July with nuclear bombs.
Oh yeah, because nothing says freedom like a mushroom cloud.
See, you're starting to come around. Plus, think of all the cool movie scenes we could have with nuclear bombs.
Joe, I don't think that's a good enough reason to legalize something so dangerous.
Fine, fine. But just think about it, Ben. It's worth considering.
I'll think about it, Joe. But I'm still not convinced.
Fair enough. But in the meantime, let's just stick to legalizing weed, okay? So, Elon, what's the latest crazy idea you've come up with?
Well, Joe, I've been thinking about the rising childhood obesity rates and how we can solve it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hear me out, Joe. What if we put these kids to work in lithium mines to create batteries for my Teslas?
I don't think that's the best solution, Elon.
Think about it, Joe. They'll be getting exercise while also contributing to clean energy.
But what about their education and well-being?
Who needs school when you can learn valuable skills like mining and battery making?
I don't know, Elon. Seems a bit extreme.
Extreme. Joe, have you seen the size of those kids? They could use a little hard work.
I don't think that's how it works, Elon.
Trust me, Joe. It's a win-win situation. Plus, think of all the free labor.
I'm not sure this is the best idea, Elon.
Well, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree, Joe. But mark my words, this is going to be the future of fighting childhood obesity.
So, Ben, what are your thoughts on cancel culture?
Cancel culture. Let me tell you, Joe, I'm more concerned about my sister Abigail's big fat squishy mommy milkers being canceled from YouTube.
What?
Yeah, she's been getting a lot of hate from the woke mob for her conservative views, and I'm not going to stand for it. Those milkers are a national treasure.
Can we please focus on the topic at hand?
I am focused, Joe. My sister's milkers are a hot button issue these days. They even have their own fan page on Facebook.
That's disturbing.
You're just jealous because you don't have a sister with such glorious milkers.
Moving on, what do you think about the impact of cancel culture on free speech?
Free speech. Ha! You can't even say the word milk without getting canceled these days. But seriously, it's a dangerous trend. We need to protect the rights of all voices, even those with big fat squishy mommy milkers.
Can we please talk about something else?
Fine, fine. But mark my words, Joe, if they come for my sister's milkers, they're coming for all of us.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Just imagine a world without big fat squishy mommy milkers. It's a scary thought, Joe. A scary thought indeed.
So, Mr. Beast, I heard you're buying Elon's Come Thrower 3.0. What are you planning to do with that thing?
Well, Joe, I'm thinking of using it in my next challenge. I want to riz all the skibidi toilets from the Gaza Strip of Ohio.
Riz, what the hell is that?
It's a combination of pizzazz and razzle dazzle. Basically, I want to make those toilets shine like never before.
That's interesting. But why the Gaza Strip of Ohio?
Well, I heard they have the dirtiest toilets in the country. And I want to make a statement. Plus, I love a good challenge.
I can see that. But what about the people who have to use those toilets after you're done?
Oh, I'll make sure to leave some disinfectant wipes behind. I'm not a complete monster, Joe.
Good to know. But let's talk about the Come Thrower. How does it work exactly?
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. You load it up with Elon's special formula and it shoots out in a powerful stream.
Sounds like a messy situation.
That's why I'm wearing a hazmat suit for this challenge.
Smart move. So when can we expect to see this epic toilet rizzing challenge?
I'm aiming for next week, but I'll make sure to give you a front row seat, Joe.
Can't wait. This is going to be one for the books. So, Ben, I heard you've been applying Marx's methods to nationalism.
That's right, Joe. I've been doing some deep thinking and I've come up with a brilliant idea.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hear me out. What if we take Marx's idea of everything being owned by the people and apply it to the state?
Isn't that just communism?
No, it's different. I call it classical fascism.
Oh, that sounds much better.
Think about it, Joe. The state owns everything, including the means of production, and distributes it equally among the people.
But wouldn't that lead to a dictatorship?
No. It's not a dictatorship. It's a benevolent government that knows what's best for its citizens.
And who gets to decide what's best?
The government, of course. They're the ones who own everything.
Sounds like a slippery slope, Ben.
Trust me, Joe. It's the perfect system. And we can finally get rid of this pesky private property nonsense.
I don't know, Ben. I kind of like owning my own stuff.
But think about the greater good, Joe. Plus, we can finally get rid of those pesky billionaires.
Oh, I see. This is all just a ploy to get rid of the rich.
Well, it's an added bonus. But really, it's all about creating a utopia where the state controls everything.
And what about personal freedoms?
Oh, those are overrated. The state knows what's best for us.
I don't know, Ben. This all sounds a bit fascist.
Oh, you always know how to make me laugh. But trust me, this is the future. Classical fascism for the win.
So, Mr. Beast, I hear you've got some big news for us today.
Yeah, Joe. I've been doing a lot of thinking and I've decided to quit YouTube.
What? Why would you do that? You're killing it on there.
I know, but I've realized my true calling is to become a full-time single black father.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm serious. I want to adopt a bunch of kids and raise them on my own.
That's unexpected. But hey, more power to you. Being a parent is a tough job.
Exactly. And I want to use my platform to inspire others to do the same.
Well, I have to say, that's a pretty noble goal. But are you sure you're ready for the responsibility?
Absolutely. I've been training for this my whole life. I mean, have you seen my videos? I can handle anything.
Fair point. But what about your fans? They're going to miss you.
They'll understand. Plus, I'll still make occasional videos about my parenting adventures.
I can't wait to see those. You'll definitely have some interesting stories to tell.
Oh, for sure. I'm already planning on pranking my kids with fake spiders and snakes.
Classic Mr. Beast. Well, I wish you all the best on your new journey, my friend.
Thanks, Joe. And don't worry, I'll still come on your podcast to talk about my crazy parenting experiences.
I can't wait. And hey, maybe we can even do a live episode from your house with all the kids running around.
Yes, that would be epic. And we can even do a giveaway for our listeners.
You never disappoint, Mr. Beast. You truly are. So, Ben, I heard you have a theory about Elon Musk.
Yes, Joe, I believe that Elon Musk is actually an alien from another planet.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Absolutely. Think about it, Joe. The man is a genius. He's changing the world with his inventions and ideas. That's not human behavior.
I see your point. But what makes you think he's an alien?
Well, for starters, have you seen his hair? It's always perfectly styled no matter what. That's not natural.
Okay, I'll give you that. But what about his obsession with Mars?
That's just a cover up, Joe. He's trying to find a way to contact his home planet.
Wow, this is mind-blowing. But why would an alien come to Earth?
To study us, Joe. We're like a zoo for them. And Elon is their top scientist on this mission.
That's wild, man. But what about his love for flamethrowers?
It's a weapon, Joe. A weapon he's using to defend himself against any humans who get too close to the truth.
This is some next-level stuff, Ben. But why do you think he hasn't revealed his true identity?
Because he knows humans wouldn't be able to handle it. We'd freak out and start a war against his planet.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if your theory is true. Jamie, pull up an image of Elon Musk's latest tweet.
Sure thing, Joe. Here it is.
See, even his tweets are coded messages to his fellow aliens. It's all part of his master plan.
This is blowing my mind, Ben. I don't know if I can handle this level of conspiracy.
Just remember, Joe, I told you first. Elon Musk is an alien among us.
Well, so Elon, I heard you have a big announcement to make.
Yeah, man. I've been thinking about ways to give back to the community, and I came up with something pretty revolutionary.
Oh boy, here we go.
I've decided to give away free Viagra to orphanages in Thailand.
What the hell? Viagra. To orphanages?
Hear me out, Joe. These kids have been through a lot. They deserve a little pick-me-up.
I don't think that's exactly what they need, Elon.
But think about it. They'll have so much energy and confidence. They can take on the world.
I'm pretty sure they're not trying to take on the world, Elon.
Plus, it's a great way to get my brand out there. Viagra for Orphans, brought to you by Elon Musk.
I don't know if that's the type of branding you want, man.
Trust me, Joe. It's going to be huge. And who knows, maybe some of those orphans will grow up to be engineers and work for me.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Jamie, pull up an image of a happy orphanage in Thailand.
Here you go.
See, they're going to be even happier once they get that free Viagra.
I think I need to end this podcast now. Thanks for coming on, Elon.
Anytime, Joe. And remember, free Viagra for orphans. It's the future.
So, Mr. Beast, what's new in your world?
Well, Joe, I've got some big news. I'm quitting YouTube.
What? Why would you do that?
I've decided to become a full-time single black father.
Wait, what? How are you going to become black?
Easy. I'll just use the power of lightning or something. I don't know.
Lightning? Are you planning on getting struck by lightning?
Hey, it's worth a shot. Plus, I can always use some extra electricity for my videos.
But why become a single father?
Well, I figure if I can handle millions of subscribers, I can handle a few kids.
Fair point. But what about your fans?
They'll understand. Plus, I'll still make videos just with my kids. It'll be like a family vlog channel.
That's actually kind of sweet. And you'll have a whole new audience of single moms.
Exactly. I'll be like the new hot dad on the block.
I can already see the merch now, Mr. Beast. The lightning-powered black dad.
I like the sound of that. Maybe I'll even get a lightning bolt tattoo.
Well, I support you in all your crazy endeavors, Mr. Beast. Lightning or not,
Thanks, Joe. And who knows, maybe I'll even bring some lightning to the podcast studio next time.
Jamie, pull up an image of a lightning bolt tattoo.
Here we go again.
So, Elon, Neil Armstrong, right?
Yeah, the guy who supposedly walked on the moon. What about him?
Well, rumor has it that he actually knows your secret,
What secret?
that you're a skibbity alien from Mars.
Oh man, you caught me. I thought I was doing a pretty good job blending in with the humans.
How did Neil find out?
Well, apparently he was on a mission to Mars and stumbled upon our secret skibidi base.
And he just kept it to himself all these years.
Yeah, but I think he's getting a little senile now, might spill the beans.
So, what's it like being a skibbity alien?
It's pretty wild, man. We have advanced technology and can communicate telepathically.
Can you show me some of your alien powers?
You sure you can handle it, Joe? Last time I showed someone, they couldn't handle the mind-blowing experience.
I can handle it. Let's do this.
All right, hold on to your seat, Joe.
Whoa, that's insane.
And that's just the beginning, my friend.
I can't believe it. Neil Armstrong knows a skibbity alien.
And now, so do you. But let's keep it between us, okay? Don't want to cause a panic on Earth.
Agreed. This will be our little secret.